Welcome back to the Doug McHoney vlog. So I'm in Washington D.C. today, and then one of the things that I really enjoy doing is heading back to my old stomping grounds, the cities and the offices where I spent significant times in my career. This week I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio, and for those that are familiar with the Doug McHoney vlog, that's where really it all started for me. I made partner in Cincinnati. This week we're past halfway through January. It's 2020, and there are lots on YouTube about New Year's resolutions. And this week I want to talk about my top 9 resolutions that you should really think about implementing at any time during the year. There's no magic to January 1, people. It's about constant improvement and reflection on things you can do to be a better person and have a better life. So let's go into the office and we'll start the countdown. Before we dive into the resolutions, if you're new around here, consider subscribing. If you've been around here and you haven't subscribed or you haven't followed, on LinkedIn, connect with me, follow, on YouTube, subscribe. You all know how this stuff works. The first non-New Year's resolution is to learn something new. I am convinced, and I am not a psychologist, that learning something new is good for your brain. It helps with all of the things that you already do. So for Christmas this year, Kelly's mom gave Kelly and I ukuleles. So the new thing that I'm working on this year is learning how to play the ukulele. No, there will not be any ukulele content on the Doug McHoney vlog, but learning something new, picking up an instrument, and I am not an aficionado at instruments, it's good for the brain, it's fun, it's something to do, and it's something that Kelly and I can do together. So the first resolution, learn something new this year. I'm on my way to DCA in a cab. Second resolution you should consider at any time during the year. Get organized. Whether it's your physical files and your desk, or for me, it's about everything online, having everything nice and organized, and whatever online platform you use, get organized. It always feels good to organize your personal and professional things and have everything in nice shape. So get organized. All right, I made it to Louisville. The number 3 New Year's resolution that doesn't really need to be a New Year's resolution, but is still really good advice that you should take this year, take all of your vacation. Now, you need to be mindful of the responsibilities that you have at work, and I'm not suggesting that you just drop absolutely everything, but it's important to take your vacation. It's important to be able to turn it off, see the prior vlog from earlier this season. But resolution number 3, take your vacation this year. All right, I'm gonna follow last week's vlog and get some sleep. All right, got big client meetings for the next 3 days. I really enjoy the client meetings. So we'll be doing that to invigorate me over the next few days. All right, let's get some sleep, and we're in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, people, Louisville, not Louisville, Louisville. But when you're talking about it in the rest of the country, you can just say Louisville. All right, that's enough. All right, finished my meetings in Louisville. I am back in our Cincinnati office. A non-resolution resolution: be mindful of your eating habits. I just got my lunch today, and we don't need to pick through exactly what I'm eating, but just trying to be more mindful of eating is really, really important as far as how you're fueling your body. And the way I think about it is I used to eat a lot for comfort and taste, and believe me, I still like to do that. But just being mindful of what goes into your system, the impact that it has, will help you drive better choices if you understand that really eating is about fueling your body more so than just comforting your soul. Although, come on, we all like our souls to be comforted. All right, I'm gonna eat some lunch. I got some calls. I'm heading to the Cincinnati airport, flew into the Louisville airport, and we'll go through some other non-resolution resolutions. All right, made it to CVG. The next non-resolution resolution for you. Schedule time for yourself. For me, that's workouts. Every Saturday and Sunday now, I'm scheduling time for working out, and then I'm looking for 1 or 2 days during the work week where I carve out time for myself to do what I want. And for me, it's working out. But whatever that be well, work well time you need, schedule it. Make it a part of your routine, your weekly, daily routine, to schedule time to be well. All right, let's head to the gate. The next, not really a resolution you should have this year is find a mentor, or find a new mentor if you already think that you have great mentors, because you can't have too many mentors. And being proactive to identify somebody that can be influential in your career or your personal life is really important. So find a mentor. All right, I'm gonna go find my flight. The next resolution that you should consider, and this is something that I have to remind myself regularly, not just for a New Year's Day resolution, and that is be mindful. All right, home sweet home. Mindfulness is something that I really need to work hard on. And, you know, one of the biggest challenges is just the distraction that our phones are. And so when I think about business meetings and hanging out with family and hanging out with friends, that really being mindful, not being distracted by that phone, really concentrating on being in the moment is really important. All right, back at Westminster Studios, which is a more complicated name for my office and house than probably needs to be. All right. The next resolution that you should consider for this year, that is not really a resolution, is read a book or read some books. I'm going to start trying to highlight some of the books that I read over the course of the year that influence the way I think about things. Now, a lot of the stuff that I read is tax related, but I've really made a concerted effort over the last couple of years, particularly since taking over this leadership role, to read stuff outside my specialty area. I highlighted a book on improv in business on the last vlog. You should check that out if you haven't seen it already. But another book I recently finished is called Big Business. And this is a book that I'm going to highlight in one of my Let's Talk About series. But read some books. The other one I recently started is an autobiography by the comedian Trevor Noah. So they don't have to be all business or self-improvement related. Learning about other people is also important, but make a resolution and read some books. I'm not a big New Year's resolutions kind of guy, and holy cow, there's a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on every self-improvement and business person's channel on various types of resolutions. And I don't think that habits are formed through resolutions. Habits are formed through mindfulness and really making sure that you're diligent and mindful of the choices that you make on an hourly and daily basis. So habits are formed over time. They are not something that start on January 1st and fizzle, halfway through January. So don't be discouraged. When you're trying to change habits and develop new ones, it really takes time. And some days and weeks and months are going to be better than others. But if you are always being mindful and focusing on what you want to improve and how you want to change your life, you can do it. All right, I'm back in St. Louis. Really nice to be home. I'm going to go spend some time with Kelly and the girls. Kelly's on her way back from her mom's. And yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, I love hearing comments from you. We've had a McHoney McHealth update. We've had the Let's Talk About series. Don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think and let me know what else you'd like for me to cover. So stay tuned for more exciting content on the Doug McHoney channel.